Fisheries Harbour, the Bandar Harbour is where I'm at right now in Mangaluru, which boasts of the best seafood in the world. And I mean it when I say it. You have the warmest people here and, of course, a mixed bag of cultures. When you want to know what the coastal belt thinks of, you come to Mangaluru. And that's what I've done. Come all the way from Bengaluru to Mangaluru and parts of Dakshina Kannada to find out what's the pulse here. Hey. The hustle, bustle, the colour and the scorching heat at the Bandar fishing harbour here in Mangaluru, Dakshina Kannada. Very interesting to see the kind of business that churns out. We hear that there are nearly 1,800 ships here that go into fishing early in the morning and come back with lakhs of kgs of fresh fish and make business here in this port itself running to hundreds of crores. In fact, per ship, we believe, makes business of nearly about 12 lakhs. So if you want the most fresh fish, then this is where you come to. Speaking about elections, let's find out from the locals here what are their issues. These are the real people, the ones who really are looking forward to a change in whichever way, wanting for infrastructure change, most importantly from the sense I get. Let's find out, bring in some voices from the ground here at the biggest harbour of South India. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಈಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ನಮಗೆ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಕ್ಕು ಅದು. ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಪ್ರಧಾನಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಕ್ಕು, ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನಮಗೆ मोदी जी ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ
इष्टपड़तीरा क्या बदलाव चाहिए आपके?
हमको बदलाव नहीं है, अच्छा गवर्नमेंट चाहिए, अच्छा सबको एक तरफ देखने वाले चाहिए बस।
जो एक तरफ देखने वाले मतलब
एक तरफ दोनों तो सब हिंदू मुस्लिम क्रिश्चियन एक ही तरफ देखने वाला चाहिए, बस सबका साथ एक ही साथ।
एक साथ
प्रधानमंत्री बदलना चाहिए।
प्रधानमंत्री बदलना चाहिए। अच्छा, कौन है दूसरा, कौन है? ऑप्शन क्या है?
राहुल गांधी है।
राहुल गांधी।
लोग अगर मांग रहे हैं तो ये पोर्ट को थोड़ा विस्तार करने के लिए थोड़ा बड़ा करना है और बोट ज्यादा है और मार्केट तो वही पुराना है। पोर्ट कम से कम 10-20 साल पहले का है, तो और थोड़ा बड़ा किया तो उसका कुछ इंतजाम किया तो अच्छा है हम लोग के लिए। बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट की वजह से थोड़ा कम्युनल है वो तो
अच्छा, कांग्रेस की वजह से
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं।
यहाँ पर तो SDPI, PFI सब है।
बिल्कुल नहीं, वो खाली ब्लेम किया उसको। राष्ट्रपिता का कोई मुसलमान मारा, दो प्राइम मिनिस्टर का मुसलमान मारा, नहीं फिर कैसे होता है मुसलमान आतंकवादी? बस खाली स्टिकर है मुसलमान को।
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಬರ್ತದಂತ ಉಂಟು.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ, ಅವರು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫ್ರೀ ಬಸ್, ದುಡ್ಡು
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಷ್ಟ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ.
ಬಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಬಂದಿದೆ.
ಇದು ಯಾವ ತರ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ, ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬೇಕು?
ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೊಂದು ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಬೇಕು, ಹೆಂಗಸರಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಬೇಕು.
ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ?
ಎಲ್ಲ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು.
ಯಾವ ತರ? ಈಗ
ಹೆಂಗಸರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು
ವಿಮೆನ್ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಅಗೇನ್,
ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಎಂತಾದ್ರೂ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡು.
When we speak of the BJP stronghold, one's attention very naturally shifts to Dakshina Kannada. The coastal region here is known as the BJP belt. It seems like it's no different this time, at least that's what I get a sense from Captain Karnik. Here you have a new face for the first time in 4 decades or 3 decades that the BJP has been winning here. The party has decided to field Captain Chota, a new face here. How does that going to work on ground?
Good morning, Nabila, and nice to have you here. Like you rightly said, there's been a stronghold. It will continue to remain a stronghold. And we have had a very systematic, organized campaigning during the past 1 month or so. And since we have a new candidate, an ex-serviceman like me, somebody who worked in the northeast, fighting counter-insurgency operations, and son of the soil, and a young qualified person. So our strength in this area, our cadre and organized approach to campaigning, I don't think we have any problem as such.
अशरफ, आप कहिए, यहाँ पर एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है बीजेपी के अगेंस्ट?
जरूर है। अपने टाइम में MRPL बैंक का है, सब जो भी इधर आया है तो कांग्रेस का है इसमें। इन लोग जो प्रोजेक्ट लाए, जो रास्ता बनाने वो छोड़ दो, रास्ता हल रोड बनाता है, जो कॉर्पोरेट से लेके MLA तक MP तक रास्ता रोड से बनाने का है।
हर लोग बनाते थे तो अभी तक इतना बना क्यों नहीं टाइम पे?
बनता है ना, क्यों नहीं बनता है, काम करता है।
Nalin Kumar Katil faced a lot of flack for a road that was to be coming up and it never happened. There was real anti-incumbency against the BJP leader Nalin Kumar Katil. So, in a sense, the BJP has received flack too for the development pitch that y'all have made, but hasn't really churned out the way promised.
They did not claim one of their biggest contribution. Nowhere in the world you can see one-way flyovers. One of the most stupid thing to happen. Thanks to Oscar Fernandez, who was the Surface Transport Minister. You go around the entire country, you will not see anywhere no service road, one-way flyovers. That's the only thing Congress has done after Srinivas Mallya.
Kids, this is what's helped the BJP, it appears largely. You have hardliners, Hindutva hardliners within the region here who seemingly stand up for the Hindu community, but that's also very visibly dividing the society, don't you think, Captain?
What is wrong? I represent people. I represent the interests of the people who are the major community. Islamic fundamentalism and related terrorist activities is not a problem only in India. It's world over the problem. And we are facing it head on. And in a democracy, it is the opinion of the public. If the public has elected and given support to BJP for the 31 long years, for the past 31 long years, there is a message. There is a message, what you mentioned just now. The increasing fundamentalist approach, the increasing separatist attitude, increasing terrorism in the entire country has shifted the mindset of the majority community. I take pride in saying that I represent the majority community. It doesn't mean that when we say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, it doesn't mean that we would take out Muslims from this country. As long as they feel part of being an Indian, we have no issues.
आप क्या बोलोगे जो ऐसा नैरेटिव है कि मुसलमान आतंकवादी को सपोर्ट करता है?
कभी भी नहीं है। आज पहले भी नहीं करे, अभी भी करेंगे और पीछे भी नहीं करेंगे। जो आतंकवादी कोई भी, वो आतंकवादी जो मुसलमान ही नहीं हो, जो जिसका जान लेते हैं।
बुलंद आवाज उठाते क्यों नहीं है? ये जो हुबली में जो मर्डर हुआ है, आप
हुबली में देखो हम लोग उसका खंडन किया। हुबली में हर मुसलमान रास्ते पे उतरा, बंद किया, उसमें से कोई भी सपोर्ट नहीं।
Kicking my slippers off and taking a nice stroll on this beach before I catch a bunch of them here. The election pulse, of course, in Dakshina Kannada is high. The speciality of Bengaluru, I think it's the seafood, the fish, is that everyone has a big smile and rosy cheeks. Somehow they have their skin shining, and there you have it. A classic example of what Mangalurians look like. What's your reason to vote this time?
Well, we're looking out for good leaders because talking about Mangalore as an ecosystem, it has around 241 education institutions overall.
Yeah.
But students who pass out from an age of 18 and to the age group of 60 do not have a lot of scope right here to start a business or something. That's where we look forward as an incubation houses or the startups to
so
come.
that's what you're looking at, opportunities largely, right? Sir, what would you say?
May the best party win. We are looking forward. We are really excited with both candidates that have come up this time. And we hope that whichever party comes forward has the vision to transform, develop and get some kind of progress.
Firms hesitating to come to the coastal belt. Do you think the communal friction and the rhetoric could be one of the reasons that largely companies want to stay away and stay in cities? They could very well come to Mangalore.
Not anymore, because we have conducted the first triathlon here and Mangalore is changing. We have shown to the world that this can be a global destination for the lifestyle that Mangalore represents.
Right.
I would like to say that let people vote for, not for freebies. What I have seen is, in the last 1 year when the guarantees given by the Congress government might have worked for a few people, not everybody has received. You can ask Mangaloreans how many of them have opted for it. It makes people lazy.
The free guarantees and help all the middle class peoples, because there is no job vacancy over here. You have seen the many people not working, no employment. this help the middle class people and the poor family also.
So they should focus on the development of this region here, especially Dakshina Kannada. And one area which I would like them to focus is on tourism. As you see here, we have a lovely beach. You mentioned about the fantastic seafood here. And it is, both of these are far better than our neighboring states which are here, and they are much popular with tourism. So why doesn't tourism happen here?
अभी आप टूरिज्म बोलो, ये बोलो, वो बोलो, सब ठीक है. लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम है इधर. इतने दिनों से, इतने सालों से मैंगलोर का इमेज नेशनली नहीं इंटरनेशनली ब्लैक स्पॉट हुआ है. वो चर्च अटैक होने दो, पब अटैक होने दो, होम स्टे अटैक होने दो, रिसेंट जेरोसा का इंसिडेंट होने दो. इलेक्टेड representatives coming and shouting on the road. This is sending very bad image of Mangalore internationally.
Now, these issues cannot be, blamed on the leadership. These are petty issues which keep happening now and then.
But you have up to the Prime Minister on speaking on similar lines.
Exactly. But see, when you are having such strong decisions being taken, you are having development which happens. Now, see, India has risen up the ranks over the years, over the past 10 years. And the kind of development...
You're saying all the development is only in the last 10 years?
I would say a lot of good development has happened in the past 10 years, as opposed to, let's say, 70 years, which took not much of development in comparison.
We have to detach a party from voters. Now there is a confusion. We have branded a party so strongly, saying that, you are a Hindu, you are a BJP. Or you are a Muslim, you are a Congress.
So is that the community's fault, or are politicians making it sound like that? That we are on your side, you are on our side?
No, I think we are falling
in that trap. You're right. Yeah.
Everyone's vote is very precious, so nobody lose the voting for Modi. I'm for Modi. Okay. I personally tell, because the spirituality has come back into India just because of Modi ji. I really got lucky as soon as I landed in Mangaluru. Here you have the Koregacha performing at a temple, local temple here in Mangaluru, where people come by and wish for whatever they want as they contribute betel leaf, sometimes even alcohol. This is their tradition and form of seeking for something that they really want and wish for from God. So basically the Koregacha here is a messenger of God, an agent of God, and if you want something really dearly, then you come to Koregacha and you make that wish. What's the enthusiasm you have this time for Lok Sabha elections? Why would you get out there and vote?
Of course, for the better country, and yes, and especially I'm looking for some changes.
And what do South Indians want? Come on, give me two things that sound.
Peace. We need peace and no communal rights. We were so happy with all these Hindu, Christians, Muslim, all are happy, so we don't want communal rights, so we need peace, which was a decade before, so we are expecting that to be similar.
Restored. Peace should be restored.
10 years before, or might be 15 years before, it was not like how is it now, because as I said, we had a lot of all kind of community friends, and we never knew what is her caste name or what is surname, and now I think it's becoming too much, and I can see even I can say the elementary school people also discussing about the community and the friendship, what they want to do it, and it's becoming too much over here, and I never saw it. Being from Manipal and my education system was there, we never felt that. But now I can see the change, and I'm really shocked, because it should be upscaling, right? But now I feel it's going behind. We were not like that.
What does Mangaluru stand for?
Oh, Mangaluru, I can say it's a beach city and temple town. Yeah. And people, as I said, people are here very foodie, and they like to eat. Their brain works when they eat good food. That's how we are.
Shreya, why don't you tell us what we have here in front of us? I know these are daily Mangalore dishes.
Yeah, so these are some of the most local Mangalorean breakfasts that you'll find. So this is kadle, which is basically black chana that is made into like a little stir fry with coconut.
Yeah.
But what's unique about it is that we eat it with something called bajil, which is just...
Oh, you eat this together?
Yes,
Oh,
you eat. So it's called kadle bajil. And it's one of my favorite combinations ever because it's just thin beaten rice that's tempered with some spices and some
sugar.
Yeah, some sugar. Sometimes you add some coconut,
Yeah.
and you mix everything together, and you sort of like take a bite of this, and eat it.
Oh my
so you've got flavor and texture, and it's absolutely delicious.
I really love this. I actually didn't know that you eat this together.
Oh, it's one of my favorite combinations.
And as you're speaking of food, I'll also guide you into a little bit of politics.
Sure.
What's your take on the current political scenario? Do you want to tell us what are you looking forward to?
I just feel that I know everybody talks about change and the generic stuff like that all the time, but I really would like to see some harmony between all Indians the way it's supposed to be. And I feel Mangalore is this really beautifully culturally diverse place if I talk about where I am living right now.
If you have one message to food lovers, a political message to food lovers, how about that? Shreya Shetty.
So I think India is very culturally diverse. Every 50 kilometers you will find a different flavor, a different dish. And I think we should learn to love all these dishes equally. And we should apply that same logic to people as well. That's all.
Awesome. Really apply to that. Awesome. Mangaluru is basically the Kola ritual, where people in the community come together and set up this puja of sorts. It's basically a ritual where demigods act as messengers of the people here who want to wish for something, pray for something. They act as true messengers of God. This is a community that comes together all at once and make their wish, and these are the demigods that hopefully for them fulfill their wish. In fact, they are also the ones who ward off all evil and bring in good luck, in a sense, to the community here. With some of them, the family members who've organized this Kola ritual here in Mangaluru. What's this ritual all about? You want to tell us?
The ritual is all about that we sometimes we do it in the family, and someone has parake, we say. So if someone has a wish for something, and if the Daiva has done that work, then they will give a offering.
Right.
It's kind of offering
Right.
to the Daiva. So
We basically worship the spirits of the nature, that's it. They are basically not God, they're not devil, they're demigods. The person goes into trance, like the Daiva, whatever you call, the power enters the body, and then it's like everybody can see them.
And also whatever they wear on the face or something, that's all naturally extracted from turmeric, from ash.
So the paint that we see is all natural paints.
Yeah, they mix it with oil and they apply it on the face. So literally if you see whatever they are wearing or this thing, it's everything from nature.
Right.
Nothing plastic, nothing...
Excellent.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you saw that green thing, that's called thiri. It's from coconut trees.
Yeah, that I
leaves.
know. That's
Yeah,
what
so everything basically it's all nature, and from the nature.
Have your wishes come true in the past? Have you
yeah, definitely it has been.
Did you ask for a bride?
No, till now not yet.
Not yet.
One of the wish. One of the wish. We'll see when he will fulfill it.
Okay, a quick word about election season. How do you look at it?
Yeah, it's going on good this way, so we hope the best wins.
Why would you vote this time?
It's my right. It's everybody's right. So see, it's not possible for 100% voting, but at least we can try to be that.
If you want to see one change in this country, what do you want to say?
Healthcare system. I think healthcare system needs to improve a lot.
Right.
Be it the government hospitals also. That's it. It has to get upgraded.
Right,
That's the thing I would like to see a change in.
People should change their mindset in a few ways, because even if the government or someone implements something, it's us who has to change and then make it possible.
Tolo to 8 schedule.
Hey, are you asking for upliftment of Tulu language?
Yes,
No,
of course.
It has to be recognized officially. That is what everybody has been trying to do, but it's not yet done. We're waiting for it.
Don't go for freebies. Work yourself.
Vote Partule!
No Mangaluru trip is complete without a nice hearty meal at the Girimanja restaurant, where they serve the best GSB, Gaur Saraswat Brahmin Konkani seafood. The anjal, the namin, you have the GSB prawn, coconut curry, the squids, the prawns, the pomfret, the muru and the boiled rice. It's going to take me a whole 24 hours or more to digest this food, and by then polling will be here. Do not miss to cast your vote on the 26th of April. This is Nabila Jamal signing off with camera person Shiv Murthy for India Today, Mangaluru.